Happy Saturday morning. It is Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. We've both been celebrating our birthdays this week, man.
Come on, man. September the 11th is one of the greatest days of all time.
Yes, sir. Of course, I'm right behind you with the 12th.
Yeah.
And so it's amazing that we're here.
Come on, man.
That's all I'm going to say.
Come on, man. 50 feels so good.
Yeah, welcome to the, welcome to the 50s, you and everybody else.
Yeah. Dig that. I'm looking for my AARP card.
Yeah, it's coming. Well, you probably already got it in the mail. I ain't going to lie to you. That thing comes so fast. When you when you get 50 or older, you look in the mail and say, man, it's been there all the time. They're just waiting for you to fill it out so you can get all the benefits.
Yeah, ain't nothing like the benefits.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to it, man. I definitely exercise. Well, we're excited that everybody has joined us this morning. And Mike, when he walked in the studio, I saw Remy and I said, wait a minute, that's a fashion show all by himself.
But you know what? We can't do it without the great McQueen, from the tie guy to McQueen. You hear me?
To back with fashion in the studio. What's up, fellas? Good morning to y'all, man.
Good morning.
Yeah, I didn't know, Mike. I would have put a tie on if I know they was coming.
I'd have put one on too.
Exactly.
I had to dress down because I know I couldn't even compare. You hear me? Now you see why I be fresh all the time. This is what Smithereen Clean represents.
Yeah, listen, I went in Remy's shop, man, and he had some. I'm talking about some of the best suits I'd ever seen. We were at an event with V. Michael McKay, and they were in, what is that house where we were? I can't remember. What's it's in the neighborhood. It's like it's hidden off. I can't think of it.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name already.
Yeah, I know we're getting younger, Remy. We're definitely getting younger. I'm going to say that. And walk upstairs for this event that Mike is doing, and I started seeing all of these suits and mannequins that are posted around this particular facility. And I'm like, man, I can't pay attention to what Mike is saying because the suit's so clean.
Oh, my God.
And then Remy came in and got him. I was like, hey, bro, let me talk to you right fast. To help us out, to dress like this brother is dressing. Right. So just excited about the great work that you do, man. And thank y'all both for joining us. But, Mike, I know you got something special coming up.
Oh, man, that's an understatement. You know, at the end of the year, there will be a fashion show. These gentlemen will be featuring their lines. You understand me? And we'll talk more about that later. But what I really want to say is, McQueen was one of the first guys to inspire me to get fresh.
Come on, McQueen.
You hear me?
Yeah, step in. Now, y'all got a history. Y'all go way back.
Oh, man, we together.
Yeah. And it kind of reminded me of to church.
Yeah.
I think that's where I first met him.
Yeah.
And he was clean in. He's like, McQueen, I sure need to get that look you got.
Come on, man.
And then it was all over from there.
Yes, sir.
Then, he don't even need my help no more.
He just do it. You see him,
He just do it.
Yeah. I tend to put them pieces together, but I got to say this, though, man. McQueen ties is so serious, bruh.
Yeah.
You hear me? Then he had, go and just see the cufflinks. Mm-hmm. He just there to be different, man.
Yeah. And I love this. So for both of y'all, man, McQueen and Remy, take us into why this particular lane? Because and then who were some of the people who inspired?
What inspired you guys to know it?
You want to take that first, Remy?
Well, for me, it's growing up in Paris.
Wow!
Yeah, I grew up in Paris, and I went to school in Paris. And the thing, I was 6 years old. I saw the president of the United States, JFK, and with my president from the Ivory Coast, and I got inspired from it. I said, when I grow up, I want to dress those guys one day. And the irony is, when I moved to the United States in 1980, I become friends with JFK Jr.
Wow.
And I started to dress him. That's where I started it. But the school and dress, I worked with Valentino, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Yves Saint Laurent, Paco Rabanne.
Man, you worked with those real well?
Yes, sir. You name all of them, I worked with them. And some of them were friends, Andre Leontelli and Patrick Kelly. It was the African-American who moved to Paris. If you Google it, Patrick Kelly, you will see it. Nobody talks about him. It's a shame.
Yes.
It's really a loss. And I think we have to do something about it.
So what did Patrick Kelly actually do?
He's a designer.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the top in Europe. He crossed over.
Yeah. Did you hear all the designers that he named, though?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's like, whoa. So for you, Paris, that's at a young age, and you're being inspired by all that you see. So how do you develop then the style that you present to us now? How did that come about?
Valentino Garavani is Italian.
Okay.
And I moved to Italy, worked with him, and then moved to the United States. When I came here, I was homeless. Put it that way. I was homeless in Harlem, 1980.
Wow.
And then, but I learned all this from him, and then become a homeless. And then after a while, everything, by the grace of God,
Amen.
I came out of it.
Amen.
And then he said, I called Italy. I said, listen, I need a job. He said, go to 6050 Madison. Valentino Boutique was there. So that's where I started to work there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, how did you persevere even through the homelessness? Because, a lot of times
we
hear everybody say that, and it's like, I know the breaking point and want to give up, but yet and still something is still inspiring you.
The God. God was the only thing that it was my base. And the language was zero. I couldn't speak English at all.
Wow.
So if someone was tell me good morning, I look at him like it's something different. It's a completely different language.
So you were in America and couldn't speak English?
Zero.
Man.
Wow. And homeless?
Bro.
Homeless in Harlem.
Wow.
125th Street.
Harlem, bro.
And how'd you learn?
School. I went to school and learned it, and then I was saved by a lady. I don't even know who she is. And she'd take me out of the street. It's a long story, but
tell it, baby. That's why we're here. Tell us.
It's inspiring.
I'm gonna give you the short. I'm gonna give you the short version of it. I was on 43rd Street, and I was sick, coughing. I was bleeding, and she went by, and she was talking to me in English, and I'm like, I look at her. I was looking at her. I don't know what she was saying, and then after a while, I said, no English, and then she took me. She said, follow me. We were doing sign language. Mm-hmm. We went to the hotel called the Carter. It's on 43rd, next to New York Times. New York Post. I think it's a New York Post on 43rd Street in Manhattan. And there was a hotel Carter there. So she come in. She went to the concierge, and then she take care of everything. And then she said, here's your key. Here's my key. We went upstairs. It was 2 rooms. She said, here's your room. Here's my room. 3 doors. She said, I'll be back. But for me, I'll be back. I don't know what the hell she was saying. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I look at her. She said, well, I said, okay.
Yeah.
She came back 30 minutes later, brought me medicine, food, and everything in my room.
Wow.
She left. And then when she left, the medicine, I took the medicine for 3 days. After 3 days, I was cured. Knock on her door, she vanished.
Wow.
Vanished.
That's called an angel.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
That's the reason why my faith in God is really...
They can't tell you nothing.
Oh,
unwavering.
Yeah. Man, that's a powerful story. Come on, bro.
And then came to America, and I moved to Houston. The first word, the name that I heard, it was McQueen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said,
McQueen.
That's a good addendum.
You're talking about Alexander McQueen?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So now we got an H down one in here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I said, McQueen. Okay, I'll meet him one day. And when we met, we immediately
Just like that.
clicked.
Yes. And it's all about people who have great energy, as Remy does, always smiling, will help out when he can, which I love that, because you got to center yourself around people that can help bring you up and you can learn from. And I can learn from this young man too, as I have as well.
Yeah, I'm learning.
I love his style as well. But my journey was not as rough as his. My inspiration came a lot from my grandfather.
Okay.
Old school. They cutting the grass in the suit.
Yes, sir.
And the hat. I was like, right, what are y'all doing?
No, that's real. That's real.
Of course, the heat was not like it was
now,
back then as it is now. But
I ain't heard nobody say that. In
But
Memphis,
they were clean.
That's the fact.
Yeah,
They clean cutting the grass.
It's funny you said that. I remember my pastor was talking about the time one of the older pastors saw him, and what he figured was he was out of uniform. And my pastor was going to get his car washed, and the pastor came up. He in his suit at the car wash. Yeah. And pastor's dressed down, so he's like, "You a preacher. You supposed to be dressed up at all times." They felt like this is how you present yourself when
everywhere.
you step out in public.
Right, and indeed it is, because presentation is always good. How you present yourself the first time is what people grab a hold of. So always put your best foot forward in that regard. But just a long story short, too, how I learned what I learned. Of course, everything that I have done comes from the Father. I'm self-taught a lot. So I have Vietnamese partners that actually taught me a little bit to sew. I can actually do a pair of trousers.
Wow.
But they studied under French in France for like 20, 30 years, and then they came here, and then I look at how they do things, and I'm just, oh my God, that's amazing. But I have a God-given talent for putting things together, which is why people come to my store. I tell them all the time, if nobody challenges your thought process, guess what you're going to do? You're going to do the same thing over and over and over. So people that walk through McQueen's at 4402 Alameda Road,
put it in the air.
Put it in the air. When they come through the door, they know that I'm going to challenge their thought process because everybody's in a bubble.
Right, we are.
And it's up to me to help y'all get out of that bubble and give a new version of yourself. So
love that.
That's my long story short.
I got to say this about McQueen, man, and your stores too as well, Remy. When you go to their store, they introduce you to classic, timeless pieces.
Period. Well,
I'm talking about timeless pieces. I got a piece from McQueen. This suede reversible jacket. Man, it's murder. That chocolate thing.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God!
I think about this, and I want both of y'all again to give the address. You don't have to rush to give the address. Just take the time so everybody can get it. But when you come into the stores, talk about how important it is for you guys not only to hear our heart of what we think we want to put on, but at the same time you share an experience when we walk in the store and we're not being rushed.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, when you walk into the store, basically, you don't want to try to sell anything. You look at the person, have a conversation. They have a conversation, we talk about life, talk about everything and anything. Then from there, you can ask them, because being in the industry, when somebody walk out the door, you already know the size. You already know how you're going to dress those guys, because you are a canvas to the artist. So right away we know exactly what to do. So but then we alleviate that and then talk about life and then put you at ease.
Yeah.
And when you at ease, perfect.
So to that point, Remy, wouldn't you say that when people come into a store, and this is just an overall, they're actually coming to buy you?
There you go. They can shop anywhere, any place.
Yeah.
And not get
the vision of what God has put in you.
And that's one of my mantras at McQueen's is that you need to have an experience when you go into a place. That's why when you come to my door, I greet everybody. Hello, how are you? They way down there, I'm way down here. Hello, how are you? That's very important to me. Thank you is very important to me too, because those are two words that you rarely hear come out. Thirdly, people come into McQueen's because one of the things, of course, energy, personality, but we serve up great cocktails there too. They say, while you shopping, you say, McQueen, can I get one of those lavender lemonade vodka martinis? They're like, what? And they're like, okay. So they're having a good cocktail. You know, we're having conversation to Remy's point.
Right.
And they're learning us and not just about the clothes.
Yeah. I want to feel like, because I guess you take it back to like, I remember generational car salesmen who one family stayed with the same
car salesman forever. I still have that going on now.
Experience.
S&P Autoplex. But I want to say this: when you come to McQueen's spot, for real, it's like you at home with family.
Yeah.
Right? It ain't even shopping, really.
Yeah.
He make you feel like you sitting in your closet and you get to design what you want to take home.
Correct.
And what's great, too, is everybody says, you know, it's like going to the barbershop. There's so many topics. Everybody, and, you know, some people just come just for that. You know,
just come to
I don't want to buy nothing. Just, you know, give me a cocktail. Let's talk about some things.
Exactly. McQueen got this thing, right, that'll turn you out. He got this screen with all these designs just playing. All these looks. So y'all sitting there kicking and having drinks. Now some of them looks ain't in the store.
Right.
But he a custom designer. So you know you wind up getting you a few pieces.
But it's my lookbook. So you look up there and you're like, man, can you do that for me? Absolutely. Let's go.
Yeah. So give the addresses to both locations as well.
Well, the address is on 1230 Westheimer Road, and it's called LSF Milano. That's where we are. It's next to Voodoo Donut, if you're familiar with it, in Montrose. So,
and McQueen's 4402 Alameda Road. Been there 24 years, 25 years coming up next year.
That's a blessing, man.
Thank you, Jesus, on all that. And let's see. You can follow me on Instagram under McQueen's _HTX, and you can see new things that we're posting. great AI things are coming. I'm working on stuff now. I'm working on stuff. Let's go.
Go on the website. It's called lsfmilano.com.
Yeah.
The website, you can see everything there.
So how have y'all guys been able to, as you said, McQueen, adjust to what is happening socially, online with AI and everything now compared to, because you like
social media.
Yeah, because people are not, there are times we're old school, so we love coming into the store. But there's a generation now, man, if they can get it online, they'll do that. So how do we adjust, especially as business owners, to that?
Especially as clothiers.
I will not recommend anybody to go online, because you go online, I see a lot of guys buying things online. And they bring some of them to the store to style them, because anybody can get dressed. Yeah. Anybody. But when it comes to style, it's an art. So when they come in with their clothing, I'm looking at the fabrics, I'm looking at the style, I'm like, what is that?
And to his point, and it kind of speaks to fast fashion, because mostly everybody that's online, they're buying everything out of China.
Right.
They don't know how to size the scale, so when it come here, it's either too big, too small, then they might come to Remy and say, hey, can you fix this?
Right.
And then Remy says,
no, I'm very strict, and I'm not rude, but reality is telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you, take this back where you bought it, and if you want, you can come back to me, or go online. We can look online what you're looking at because of your budget, and then buy it. You don't have to buy anything in my store. You don't have to. But I can style it. I can charge you styling you. Simple as that. Because I'm not going to do it for free.
Right.
Definitely.
You should.
But sometimes I can do it just because I love what I do. It's not the money, but to make sure you look good. When you walk into that room where you're going, people will turn their head.
Yeah, especially you don't want anybody, and I'm sure y'all can testify to that, if somebody brings something they got offline into either one of y'all stores, and then they leave and be like, well, this is a McQueen suit. No.
And I'm saying, do not say you got that at McQueen. Because
McQueen has said, quick.
Oh my God! Because what's important is Remy and I, as clothiers, we want you to invest in fabrications that are going to perform.
Right.
Not just, And
slow down 1 second. Now, y'all need to inhale what he exhaled. You hear me? I want you to say that again slow. Fabrication.
That's what they perform.
To do what with them?
That can perform.
Talk to us.
You all need to understand, when they put the outfits, or I call them pieces, because they are pieces of art. You understand me? When they put their artwork together, it's to go accomplish a goal wherever you go in a room. You see what I'm saying? Correct. And what happens is, us, as I call us civilians, that's unaware of fashion and what it's capable of, right? You don't really understand what you're putting together or why, and then you don't get the result of what you're after. So please talk to them about the performance of your artwork.
I mean, the fabric is key.
Yes.
The fabric is key, because that's what I'm saying. Don't buy online, because online they don't give you any information. You're just looking at pictures. And then when you bring the fabric to us, we're looking at it, we're like, what is this? This is nothing.
And we're not skilled in it online.
And we understand that people are very visual, and what they see, and it still goes to fast fashion again. If it's, I swear to God, yesterday I looked at something, I saw the suit line, said suits starting at $49. What do you think you're going to get for $49? How long do you think that $49 suit you'll be able to wear it? So think about this too. If I pay $49, if I pay $199, more than likely it's a synthetic suit.
Right.
There's no wool, no anything in it. But then when you send it to the cleaner,
I'm gonna say the cleaner's gonna take
the cleaner, that heat gonna make that thing draw up. He's like, but I could wear it before I brought it here. But it's fabrication again, performance. So invest a little, depending on what station you are in life. Invest in quality fabrics and good styles that you can get at Remy's and at McQueen's.
And remember, that's the reason why European, if you go, people say, oh, I went to Italy. Man, they look so good, man. You think it's a fashion show. No, because they know what they're doing. Quality, not quantity. They get the 1-2 pieces is enough for them to mismatch with what they need to put it together.
And then there's a certain kind of, like you said, presentation, not only fabric, but a certain kind of fit. When I look at you throughout the city, there's a certain fit that you have that when people see you, it's like, man,
it's tailored,
suit
bro.
It's tailored. It fits perfectly. Same thing with you. That's what, when the first time I saw you and I saw the suits, I'm like, man, this brother, he got it going on. So you got to pay for quality. It's an investment not only in you, but it's an investment in the appearance, the suits that you're putting on as well. You should do that, right?
Correct.
I want to ask a question because around the city, I'm kind of known for being smithereen clean, right? That's what we said, right? But drop dead gorgeous from my head to the floor. But that's the thing. But I'm really saying I wear suits all the time, and I put on the clothes to match the room that I'm going in, right? So before I get dressed, I pick clothes that I believe will close the deal before I open my mouth.
Correct.
Can you all please talk properly about that kind of garment, putting those kind of garments together, because in this new era of life, right, as generations are changing, we are losing wearing clothes. We're going into places thinking that our outfits and our concepts can close the deal, but we're not bringing
we wear what we want to wear. We just say, we wear what we want to wear.
And I'm gonna let you take that. But one thing came to mind while you were saying that. Guys, and this is probably, I can use this as a generalization, 75% of the time, if I see a woman, she's dressed quite well.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the guys behind them with the T-shirt and jeans on.
Yeah, man.
How come we cannot dress the part with them like we used to do? Do y'all agree? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm with you 120%.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you table that question that he just said.
I mean, for me, if you want to change the molecules on the room where you're walking in, you have to have the proper outfit on. Well, you have to find a person who understands the essence of dressing, who understand what the fabric is, the drip, how the suit will fit from the armhole, the shoulders, and everything. Yeah. Because if you don't have that, the guy who doesn't understand that, you got salespeople and you have a fashion stylist. It's a completely different thing.
Absolutely.
The salesperson will sell you the suit, he doesn't care.
We don't care.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
But the stylist is looking out for you, is looking out for your investment.
Right.
And that's why we work that way. Because for me, being a designer and an author, and the book that I wrote is called Legends of Style. It's not online, nothing. I'm not selling it yet.
Great table.
So you have to understand that you got to pick to get the right person who's the right stylist, sartorialist, to know exactly what he's doing. But the minute you walk into that room, you will change the molecule.
You change it, yeah.
Now, speaking of that, I want to have a conversation this way. I have a lot of young guys that come to me and say, have never been to a tailor before.
No, never.
But they in their 20s and 30s, but didn't even know that they could get their jeans tailored. Never heard of that before.
But listen, that's the problem that's happening, because you don't have a lot of men who go through etiquette classes. They don't understand how to properly dress. We've not been trained.
So may I speak to that real quick?
Please.
So this is just like a little quick plug. So my other frat brother and I, James Martin, it's called Martin and McQueen. So we're starting to, we have a company. He teaches dress etiquette.
Yes, sir.
Well, no, he teaches etiquette, period.
Okay.
What to do at the table, how you present yourself when you're out and about. And my part is the dress part. So our first HBCU is October 22nd at TSU. We will be on stage educating people on what to do. And we actually do it for Jack and Jill all the time too. We do it at McQueen's because and through Jack and Jill, we teach them how to tie ties. We teach them how to tie bow ties. And you can see a lot of that footage on my Instagram, McQueen's_HTX. So you can see it's about community as well and giving back. So
because like I said, this is y'all are the teachers of this. This is the passion, purpose that you bring.
Correct.
Because I think about all of the guys that I grew up with in the neighborhood. Man, we not nobody teaching us how to outside of urban wear. We wore a lot of urban wear, but as far as this, no.
Not at all. I had a young guy literally, and I said, "Look, dog, all you gotta do is go to the tailor. It don't cost you no more than $7 to get your pants done right at the end."
Did he say what's a tailor?
No, he didn't say. He said, "I never thought about getting my jeans."
Never they take them to the cleaners.
Come on, they take them to but the cleaners don't tailor them.
No.
So they crunch it.
Yep.
And all they accept.
Well, see, the problem is they think that that's gonna make it fit. Because we thought we take it to the cleaners, get crease in the pants, we good to go. No, there's a whole nother level.
He asked me another question, and I'm mentioning this because both of you gentlemen are stylists, right? He said, "How do I pick what fits me?" Where I grew up, I didn't have none of that. I didn't have nobody telling me where to go get how to put my outfits on.
Never.
How to wear a suit, period. Ain't nobody bought me a suit jacket, right? So I don't know. My mom didn't buy me one.
Nope.
Well, my lifestyle had me in something different, right? So now that I'm changing and I'm trying to step into corporate America, how do I dress myself?
Welcome to LSF.
I know.
Remy Toe. Go on my Instagram, which is RemyToe.com or Remy Toe style.
How do you spell that? Spell that.
Remy Toe is Remy is REMY. Toe is TOH style. You see everything there. Yeah. If you have any questions, anything, just send me a text.
Yeah. And once again, fellas, give the address to each location.
Each location.
McQueen's, 4402 Alameda Road at Wheeler.
LSF Milano is on 1230 Westheimer Road.
And of course, we live in a world where people are online, so give those websites, Instagram, Facebook, if you have all that as well.
Yeah, website is lsfmilano.com.
And my website is shopmcqueenshtx.com.
All right, we got about a minute left on the show. Mike, you talked about the fashion show. Give the dates and stuff for that.
Okay, well,
I don't want to miss out on any information.
December the 8th, the fashion show. These gentlemen are here because they are the gentlemen that make sure that I look good. Yeah. So I want you to know, I want the entire community to experience this. I'm always asked, Crockett, where you get your clothes, man? Who cutting your clothes for the cats? I know that the people that know me, that hair tailor, they don't know where I'm shopping. You see what I'm saying? So the agenda of the fashion show, we're gonna put together 5 different designers, 5 or 6 different designers. Everybody gonna feature some lines. You're gonna see a whole bunch of beautiful things. You're gonna know the people on the runway. Shout out to AV right now. He just finding out he gonna be on the runway.
Well, you know Remy my boy, so I was like, Remy, so it's gonna be cool. We're like, hey, I'm looking at him and McQueen. I'm like, let's get it going, baby. Yeah, listen, if you never had stylists, we got 2 right in front of us.
And we put them in your light.
Yeah, and so if you don't take it to the next level, that's just on you. We're going to say it like that. When you see the C,
you know it's me. And when you hear the C, it's Crockett and
AV. Thank you guys for joining us today. Blessings to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.